everybody, it's Megan. So I put out an announcement earlier today that I was going to be doing a quick live video talking about why I chose LimeLife and what my reservations were and what why I overcame them or what caused me to overcome them. So as I mentioned in my very first video, if you watched that, I talked a little bit about why I chose to get into direct sales, especially because I'm not a salesperson. I'm not a particularly social person. So anybody that knows me would probably think I'm a little bit crazy. But I talked about how I got invited by my friend Kitty to this event, and these four amazing women were talking about LimeLife and how it changed their life for the better. And I was intrigued, so I did quite a bit of research because, like I said, I tend to be a little bit pragmatic, I guess we'll call it. And so, my first thought was, it sounds too good to be true. It sounds like it's probably a scam, it's a pyramid scheme. If something sounds too good to be true, it is. But really, the thing that struck me about those women is that none of them had sales backgrounds. They were just, oh, hi Bethany, thanks for joining. None of these women had sales backgrounds. They were just moms like me that wanted to be home with their babies, that wanted a little bit more financial freedom. And as I went back and I kind of looked at some of the things that they were talking about, they're not promising something for nothing. They're saying this is an opportunity, and if you work at it really, really hard, you can be successful. And there's a support system in place to help you be successful. So that was one of the things that really initially caught my attention. So I did write some stuff down. So if you see me looking off to the side, that's what I'm doing. So the two biggest things for me after the initial looking into it and first of all, determining that LimeLife was not, quick Google search of LimeLife did not reveal huge internet scam. I did look into the Better Business Bureau, and they do have actually a couple of complaints, but, sorry, phone's ringing. They do have a couple of complaints, but most of them were the fact that it's a new company and that occasionally they have stuff that's out of stock. So anyway, I did quite a bit of research into LimeLife. And the thing that really struck me at first was that it was a minimal investment. I was like, okay, you're trying to get me to do something. How much is it going to cost me? And that was the thing, is it's like, okay, yeah, you buy a starter kit, but that starter kit, a lot of times you hear about this stuff, and the starter kit is, you're buying training materials and, that kind of thing. But this was like, no, you get a starter kit it's skincare and cosmetics. It's a starter kit, it's $170, and that's it. Like, you don't need to buy inventory. You don't need to invest a bunch of money. So that was the first thing. As a numbers person, that was the first thing that struck me. My very first question is, okay, how much money do you want from me? So that was the very first thing. And, the more I thought about it, and I thought about going into it, and I was a little nervous about it, and I was like, okay, well, worst case scenario, you've spent $170. You've gotten some really quality products. And if you don't like it, if it's not for you, that's all you've invested, that's it. So that for me was one of the biggest draws and one of the biggest things that made me want to take the leap and give it a go. So the other big thing, aside from the minimal investment, which to me was minimal risk. Like I said, as a numbers-based person, as an accountant, I want to know what's the risk, what's the financial investment. And so with that low, cost to get going, that to me said, okay, well, if I don't have to sink much more money in it, then, it's pretty minimal risk. So that was, like I said, that was the main thing that made me feel comfortable with it. And the other big thing was the support system. When I looked into it, first of all, my friend Kitty that had invited me to the talk, she's been doing it and she's had success with it, and she's somebody that I trust very much. And so, already you've got somebody that is doing it and is having success with it. And she's also a person that really is invested in helping people succeed. And the more I looked into it, the more every single person I have come into contact with wants you to succeed, even if you're not on their team. I have a gal that's added me to her private group and has been helping me. Oh, hi, Mom. I think my mom just got on. Anyway, there's this gal that's not even part of my upline, and she has added me to her group, and she has helped me out. She's commented on my stuff. She's sent me training materials, and that's not making her any money. That's just out of the goodness of her heart, wanting people to be successful. And every single person that I have come into contact with has had that exact same attitude. They want to help people be successful, not just to make money, but to help moms be home with their kids and to help people, relieve some of that financial stress. So that was a huge thing for me. And again, the more I looked into it, the more there's all of these resources available. There's all this training available, all these people that are putting materials out saying, hey, this is what worked for me, this is what didn't work for me. And it's been really incredible, and it's really helped me want to get into it and want to give it a try and see how it goes. So some other things. So those were the two main things: the minimal investment and the unbelievable amount of support that I've received. And the other things, of course, when I did finally get my starter kit, the products are amazing. That was the one thing, is like, okay, well, if I buy the stuff and it's crap, I'm not going to be able to, I'm a terrible liar. I'm not going to be able to tell people that stuff is awesome if it's not awesome. So when I got the stuff and the, the packaging, I'm a huge sucker for pretty packaging and good quality materials and stuff. And so when I got this, when I got it, I was like Christmas morning. I'm like sitting here clapping as I open it. And so that was another big thing for me. It's like, okay, I do actually like this stuff, and I've been using it, and I love how it makes my skin feel. As I mentioned in a couple other videos, I have never in my life worn foundation or any kind of skin makeup because I've got dry skin, and all it does is highlight that, and that's not good. That's not what you want. So I've tried other stuff before, and I've got really sensitive skin, and so either it irritated my skin or it just highlighted the dry skin that was there. So I've never ever worn it. So to be able to, get this stuff and try it out and actually love it and find that it's amazing has just given me that much more push to keep going and, see how it goes and help other people that maybe haven't found things that work for them, or that have, sensitive skin or allergies, help them find something that works for them too. Talking about quality products, that's another thing. Not only did I get the stuff and I like it, but I really like that all of the skincare is all natural. I looked up, I wouldn't say I've looked up every single item, but I have looked up a good portion. I would say probably 3/4 of the products I have looked up, and I've looked up every single ingredient. And there's one product that has an ingredient that I don't immediately recognize as being something plant-based, but I think it is, and I just don't know enough about chemistry. But like I said, there's one product that I found that has like a chemical name to it that I'm not entirely sure what it is. But everything else, every single other product is some sort of plant extract or oil or some sort of natural ingredient, and I really like that. So that's really attractive to me. So that's the skincare. I don't think the same is exactly true for the makeup. I know it doesn't have any of the really harmful chemicals in it, but I don't think they make that same claim for the makeup that it's all natural. But it is, I think it is free of the harmful chemicals that you sometimes find in makeup. So talking about the quality, LimeLife, I found out it's LimeLife by Alcone. Alcone is actually a professional cosmetics brand. When I say professional, I mean they sell to movie production companies, theaters. Like, that's how they made their name for the last 65 years. If you look at some of their stuff, you'll actually see that, I don't know, anybody that's a fan of Star Wars, what's her name? Amidala. That's what my husband's there. He knows. The white makeup that she wore when when she was doing like official functions, that white makeup is actually, it's Alcone foundation. It's a color that they sell that's part of our line. So that, like, that is that's where they're coming from. They sell to professional makeup artists and movie production companies. And so they know how to make a good quality product that lasts. So like I said, I've never worn like skin makeup before. And so I was a little bit skeptical, you know, if you're doing something and you get a little bit sweaty, or, you know, towards the end of the day, is it going to wipe off? And so I've been really, really pleased that it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't rub off. You don't feel it. You don't notice it. I don't have they have now the enduring eyeliner that's like completely waterproof, which I can't wait to try. But the eyeliner I have now is it's the liquid. And even that, I mean, short of actually like vigorously rubbing your eyes or getting them wet, doesn't go anywhere. You know, you accidentally rub your eye a little bit, it doesn't go anywhere. And so again, that was another thing that just kind of spurred me on to keep going and to really keep trying and thinking that this is something that I really want to do and want to keep at and see where it goes. I think the last thing that I've discovered that really kind of helps support that this is the right decision for me is the company leadership. And granted, I know a lot of people that I see a lot of people that are independent beauty consultants with LimeLife have come from other companies, and they, you know, weren't thrilled with the leadership. I don't have that experience, but so far from what I've seen, you know, the CEO does live calls with people. They take input from consultants. They, you know, they hear your feedback, and they want, again, it's that attitude of like wanting people to succeed and to be successful, not just because of a profit margin, but because they want people to feel beautiful. You know, they have the, I think it's called the Brighter Together Foundation, where they take a portion of proceeds and donate it. And I need to look a little bit more into that foundation and exactly what it does. But it seems like, you know, they really are wanting to do positive things. And I'm sure, you know, they are business people. I'm sure they want to make a profit too. But just seeing that level of involvement where they're talking to their people, and it's not just some person in an ivory tower somewhere that's making, you know, cold-hearted decisions without any input. So that's something that's really impressed me. So anyway, I think that's all I had as far as what, like why for me LimeLife was different, what made me want to give it a try, and what so far has made me want to keep going. So anyway, that's where I'm at. If anybody, if this is something that anybody has, you know, even been thinking about, you think, hey, that might be kind of interesting. May is a really awesome month to join because you get 4 full-sized free lip glosses, which are worth $20 each. I think last month the sign-on gift was a canvas tote, which seems way less impressive to me. So if you're at all inclined, I would join for the free lip gloss. But anyway, if anybody has any questions, feel free to message me. I don't want to pressure anybody into trying anything, but if you have questions, you know, give me a shout. I'm happy to share what I know, and if I don't know, I can certainly find people that do know. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, if you like this, give it a like and a share. That really helps me out. I'm getting started, so it really helps me get more visibility, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Bye.